All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the NFC champions, the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard.
Let's go. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Lady! Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 59! 44, Mike, 44.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford going for the deep ball. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script, if they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Zebra! Hey, orbit! 20, Mike, 20! Hey, easy! Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20!
Out of the gun, Stafford. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit, with a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Shit!
From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away. Quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Let's get it. 44, Mike, 44. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Here's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Let's go, let's bring it.
Stafford here coming off his pick 6. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Wilkins able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Back to throw. Stafford. Complete. It's Johnson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the...
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Throw left side, complete. That's Lamb. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Trey Flowers with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. 7-7, our score after 1. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Fielded at the 33. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. They complete it to Hill. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the 2nd one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now it's Rosen looking. Flush down right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 2nd and 16. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Rosen. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Stafford now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here I come again. 22. Big 20.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Faking the give to Drake. Now Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55.
You can't stop me.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Rosen. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Stafford now to throw. He completes it to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Stafford now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Stafford looks to throw again. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Rosen to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Check three, check three. Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island. Alert, alert, alert.
To throw is Rosen. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle. And we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rosen. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Middle. Hey, high 7.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. And he will find his man on the outside. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. On first down, Drake. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On second and 9, Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Let's go.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
That one goes for 36 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Trey Flowers, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. Rosen now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. It's caught here by Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitation.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Third and long here for Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Go, go. We got 25 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Run that. We got 25.
Now it's Rosen. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's complete to Drake. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll look to throw on 1st down to Josh Rosen. And he's got his man on the out route. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Rosen to his tight end, Gesicki. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, alert, alert. 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. It's a party. Hey, alert, alert. Hatch it. Check it back.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And he comes back with one complete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Lions will take over. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Go ladies!
First down.
65.
1st and 10 at the 46
Number
yard
right.
line.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
A gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Set! 180! There we go, Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is move! Hey, exit.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Come on, D! Quick dash. Come.
Now Rosen. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. 25 yards that time. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Middle.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Focus, defense, focus. Hey, watch it. Hey, alert. The corner. Buzz.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. Given 14 on that one and a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Rosen will throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Bawden. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Johnson running right. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl.
14.
And their remarkable season ends in their most remarkable